Today we're going to be attempting some roses with BRUSHO, and after we might go into the details with watercolors or inks. I haven't decided yet. It depends how these colors that I have chosen will come up. So I have masked my paper, which is the watercolor Strathmore watercolor 500 series hot press. It is 5x7 pre-cut, which is great size and easy to frame. So I have masked it on a board, just a wooden board that I got from my husband's cut-offs, because I might gonna need to move it around and make the brush go, or where the color of the brush to go wherever we would like to. I don't know, maybe I won't need it, but maybe I need to move it. So that's why I decided today to use another board on top of my original one. So I've got my 2 jars with clean water, 2 brushes, a size 10 and a size 8 for putting water and mixing up colors, and then I will keep a dry fluffy one that I will put the brush on. I will sprinkle the brush on. So let's start it. So today I will I'll do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna wet the areas that I would like the brusher to act. So I'm not gonna wet the whole paper for the moment. So we'll say that we'll do one over there and another one here. Say 2 roses. And as it is again a very hot day here in Australia, it's I bet it's gonna dry up pretty fast. I can see it's a bit gleaming, but this comes less. So I haven't used this one, and this looks really bright red, so I have to be careful how much I am going to put. It is already start sparkling. Looks like it needs to be a bit more. Now that one that it was a little bit more wet, it comes up the best nicer. Let's see what's gonna happen here now. Let's have to help it a little bit because it dries up very fast today. It's another 30 degrees 30-degree day, but up here in the attic it is yeah, we'll be probably going closer to 40, definitely 37. I'm gonna just try to keep them round like that. I'm very happy with the purple. I think once it dries, then it will give us a chance to create some nice variations of color. a bit more of the Ost red. And that's it. We will let it dry the way it is, and then we'll come back and we'll see what we can do, how we will turn this into actually a couple of specks dropped here, and I think it gives me an idea. Would be nice if I put a bit too much down. I put too much there. A couple of specks, it's nice, but if it's a lot, I'll wait to dry a little bit, and then I will add a little bit. I will spray a little bit. Wow, it's amazing how they. As that's the water just pushing it. Wow. Woohoo. It's fun, but I better not put too much. And always, as we spray, it just splatters in other places too. Sometimes it's nice when it's a little bit. If it's a lot, you just push it before it goes. Oh no, it's bleeding too. Probably will light it a little bit. It might actually give me a nice situation here for a petal. Okay, so at this point we'll let it dry, and we will continue very soon. So there we are, it's all dry now. It hasn't bubbled up a lot. It did at the beginning, but now it dried up straight, which is great. And I decided to use the BRUSHO and Japanese inks that I reviewed yesterday. So I just thought to give them a go and play a little bit more with them. For this flower, that we use the Ost red brusher. I am gonna be using the shadow pink, and for the blue one that I use the violet, I will be using the shadow purple. So let's start. As we know, the BRUSHO are very pigmented, so I am going to start. I'm downloading them a little bit before I put them on my paper, because I can always go over it and make them darker. So we'll start with the center. This rose will be kind of loose. So for the first two petals, we creating two C-shape petals that they're kind of hugging each other, and then we start creating more C-shapes around them, overlapping. They don't have to be completely straight, because obviously the petals are not straight, and roughly halfway to the rose we start, instead of painting the petals with our color, then we start negative painting the petals, the bigger ones, the larger petals. So we're keeping the color of the background, and we're creating the shadow with our ink. So we're going on like that till the last petal, and at the end we try to finish off with some downloaded color for the background, so we don't finish it completely harsh. If we have hard edges, we go to and we smoothening them in, not on the side that the two petals are joining, but the on the other side. So we do a little bit work like that on each petal, and that's about it basically for the roses. At the end, I'm gonna be putting a little bit extra pigment between the two roses. I will wet that area, and then I will drop in some purple and some red to create a darker area between the two roses. Now, if there is any areas that the pigment that we added is a little bit too dark, you can lift it, you can re-wet it and lift it. The Boku and two inks are lifting, so there's no problem for that. Even if you do a line that you don't like and it's you change your mind, you don't want it there, then you can always re-wet it and lift. Not 100%, that they don't lift 100%. There's always gonna be a little bit staining there, but the most will be removed. And yeah, now it is the point that I'm adding some purple and red shadows in between the two roses, so the outer petals they stand out a little bit more. And once we blend it in, kind of it's phasing out. I don't want it to be all completely dark, so I will let it towards the edge of the pages. I want them almost white. And once I'm happy with that, I will start putting some greenery. Actually, we'll put probably two little flowers. How I do them, I will start talking from now because they will probably go through very quickly. I just put 5 drops of water, and on each drop I'm dropping a little bit of pigment. Then I start spreading it towards out and then creating the petal. Now if I want it a little bit more intense, the color, I'll add another drop of pigment at the beginning of the petal. And that's how I made those 2 little flowers there. Very simple, but I like them. And once this is done, then I put some leaves here and there. As we always say, the leaves that they need to have a movement, and nothing straight. Don't worry if it's a little bit wiggly, it is actually nicer. So loosen up your hand and loosen up your wrist when you are painting leaves and flowers and petals. For the leaves, I use the shadow yellow and greenish black. They were actually, the shadow yellow is really bright. I really enjoy using that color. And with the greenish black, it was giving me the second tone. They both work really nice together. Once I've put all the greenery everywhere, I thought that probably a little bit of gold splatter would be the finishing touch. So I got my metallic colors out, and I got a little bit gold and a splatter on the picture, and that was it. Okay, there we are. Let's get some gold. Why not? They're very even. I'm not sure why, if it is the actual brush. Okay. But how about if I completely gold on the petals? Might give it another dimension. And that's it. Here it is, our so there we are. We finished now for today. We used finally only the two BRUSHO, the Os Red and the Violet, and I used the Kodu Undo Isumi Japanese inks, mainly from the second set. I used mainly those, the shadow purple and the shadow purple and the shadow pink. Yep. And then I got some shadow yellow for the flowers and some greenish black, not for the flowers, for the leaves, sorry. And I finished with some gold, just to make it a little bit more whimsical, because they do look a little bit whimsical, these flowers. So yeah, let's get rid of this masking. Sometimes these maskings I keep them not for any reason. They're not expensive. I'm only keeping them because they're not taggy anymore, so they're perfect for the next project. And I know they're not gonna tear my paper at the end. This is the only reason I am keeping them. And there we are. Our blue and red pinky flowers, roses with the Koju Japanese inks and the BRUSHO are completed. If you enjoy this tutorial, please don't forget to put thumbs up and subscribe, hit the notification button so we'll be in touch with the next video, and we will have more fun with new projects. Thank you very much for watching me, and hope I will see you at my next video. Till then, be creative and happy painting. Bye for now.